Hi students, good morning to all of you. In this lecture, I will discuss total energy of electron, and total energy of electron is equal to potential energy and kinetic energy. That means summation of potential energy and kinetic energy is equal to total energy of electron. In atomic orbit, there are two types of energy possessed by electron. One is potential. Why electron possess potential energy? Due to attractive force towards nucleus. And why electron possess kinetic energy? It is due to motion of electron. In this chapter, in this lecture, I will discuss total energy of electron. Look at the board. Let us consider an atom for one electron system. Z be the atomic number and plus E be the charge of one proton. I am repeating, Z is atomic number of one electron system and plus E is charge of one proton, and hence total nuclear charge is plus Ze, where Z is again atomic number and plus E is charge of one proton. And we know that proton electron having equal charge with opposite sign, an electron has minus E charge. This is orbit, and on circular path electrons move with velocity v. Now, potential energy of electron. We know that potential energy of electron directly proportional to product of both charge, that means Q1 and Q2 dividing by R. In atomic theory of one electron system, one charge, that means Q1 is equal to plus ZD, and plus ZD is nuclear charge. One electron has minus E charge, the Q1 plus ZD, Q2 minus E, and dividing by R, and R is radius of orbit, and hence potential energy is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught in SI system, and 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is constant, proportionally constant in SI system, and ZE minus E minus ZE square by R. Clear? Again, in CGS system, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 1. In CGS system, value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, that means value of proportionally constant, is equal to 1, and hence potential energy is equal to minus ZD square by R. Clear? Always keep in mind, potential energy minus ZD square by R in CGS system, because proportionally constant value 1 in CGS, and in SI system potential energy is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into ZD square by R with negative sign. So always keep in mind, in CGS system potential energy is minus ZD square by R. Now I will discuss kinetic energy. Listen, kinetic energy. Again, nuclear charge plus ZD, atomic charge, nuclear charge plus ZD, electron charge minus E, and mv square by R is centrifugal force. mv square by R is centrifugal force, and attractive force towards nucleus exactly balanced by centrifugal force. Now, we know that kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, and attractive force towards nucleus is equal to centrifugal force, and we know that attractive force between two charge is equal to Q1 into Q2 dividing by R square, force proportional to Q1 into Q2 upon R square, but potential energy proportional to Q1 into Q2 dividing by only R. Again I am repeating, force proportional to Q1 into Q2 by R square and potential energy proportional to Q1 into Q2 by R. In this case, attractive force and hence Q1 ZE, electron charge minus E dividing by R square, the attractive force, and force always be positive and hence sign do not take it. And ZE square by R square is equal to centrifugal force. Attractive force, centrifugal, R and R cancel and hence MV square is equal to ZE square by R. Now we know that kinetic energy is half MV square and MV square is equal to ZE square by R. That means kinetic energy is ZE square by 2R. Again, this is equation number second, and in equation number first, potential energy and potential energy is minus ZE square by R. Kinetic energy is ZE square by 2R. Summation of both potential and kinetic energy is equal to total energy of electron. Now I will discuss total energy of electron. Look at both. Potential energy ZE square by R, kinetic energy ZE square by 2R, energy total of electron potential plus kinetic energy total ZE square by R with negative sign and ZE square by 2R. Take LCM of both denominator 2R, it will be minus 2 ZE square plus ZE square, and after calculation energy total is minus ZE square by 2R. Clear? Again, potential energy minus ZE square by R, kinetic ZE square by 2R, and total minus ZE square by 2R. Now, for MCQ question, for objective question, always keep in mind relation between potential and kinetic from equation number first. Look at both. First and equation number third, it is total. So energy total is equal to, look at both, minus ZE square by 2. That means potential energy by 2. But always keep in mind, energy total greater than potential. But in mathematical term, it is called potential by 2. But both have negative sign. In negative sign, a smaller numerical value called bigger, and hence energy total greater than potential. One relation, in numerical value, total energy is equal to potential energy by 2. And now relation between kinetic energy and total energy, the equation number second and equation number third, both have same numerical value. Both have same numerical value, and hence energy total is equal to minus kinetic, because energy total has negative sign, kinetic has positive sign. The minus kinetic is equal to energy total. Always keep in mind, total energy of electron is equal to potential energy by 2, but energy total greater than potential due to negative sign of energy and potential energy, and energy total is equal to minus kinetic energy. Clear? Now I will calculate energy of electron in different unit, total energy of electron in different unit. Listen. We know that total energy, this is equation number third, minus ZE square by 2R in CGS system. In CGS, in SI system, value of K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. In CGS system, when we put all the value, charge of electron, radius, and we know that radius is equal to n square by z. Look at both, radius is equal to n square by z into 0.53 into 10 to the power minus 8 cm in CGS system, because 0.53 angstrom. So after putting all value, energy total is equal to, always keep in mind, minus 2.18 10 to the power minus 25 into z square. Why z square? Because z and this z square dividing by n square are the z square by n square arc per atom in SI system 10 to the power minus 5, in arc then in joule 10 to the power minus 18, and in calorie term it will be 5.12 10 to the power minus 19 into z square by n square calorie per atom, and energy total is minus 13.6 into z square by 1 n square electron volt per atom. Again repeating in different unit, energy total in arc per atom, energy total in joule per atom, energy total in calorie per atom, and energy total electron volt per atom. Now, I will calculate energy of electron in first 4 orbits of hydrogen atom, then I will analyze change of energy of electron in atomic orbit. Now, energy equal to z square by n square for a species, that means z is constant, energy when z is constant, energy proportional to n square, that is when orbit number increases, energy increases. Why orbit number increases and energy increases? Due to negative sign of energy, because n is inversely proportional and energy has negative sign. So with increase in orbit number, numerical value of energy of electron decreases with negative sign, and when in negative sign numerical value decreases, it means increases, and hence E1 less than E2, that means orbit number increases, energy of electron increases in any atom. Always keep in mind, in any atom and any species, E1 is minimum. E1 is minimum and E infinite is maximum, and E infinite, at infinite energy of electron will be 0. Again, next part. Question is, calculate energy of first 4 orbits of hydrogen atom. Calculate energy of first 4 orbits of hydrogen atom. We know that in hydrogen atom, Z is equal to 1. Z is equal to 1. The energy is equal to minus Z square by N square into 13.6 electron volt per atom. For hydrogen, Z is equal to 1. Then formula will be minus 13.6 by N square. And for first orbit, N is 1. And hence after calculation, it will be minus 13.6. When second orbit, N is equal to 2, it will be minus 3.4. E3, N square, that means 9. 3 square, that means 9. And it will be minus 1.51 electron volt per atom. E4 is equal to minus 13.6, N square, 4 square, 16. And after calculation, it will be minus 0.85 electron volt per atom. Look at board. Minus 13.6, minus 3.4. When N increases, numerical value decreases because inverse. But with negative sign, minus 3.4 is greater than minus 13.6, and hence N increases, energy increases. When N is equal to 3, energy minus 1.51, N is equal to 4, energy minus 0.85. So always keep in mind, when N increases, energy of electron increases. Again, most important term, energy difference of 2 successive orbits. Energy difference of 2 successive orbits. Listen, E2 minus E1 in hydrogen atom. E2 minus E1, that means minus 3.4 minus 13.6. The minus 3.4 minus 13.6, and after calculation, it will be plus 10.2, and E3 minus E2. E3 minus E2 is equal to 3, that means minus 1.51 minus 3.4, and after calculation, it will be 1.89, and E4 minus E3, that means minus 0.85 minus 1.51, and after calculation it will be 0.66. And look at board. When n increases, energy of electron increases. But when n increases, energy difference of two successive orbit decreases. That means E2 minus E1 greater than E3 minus E2 and greater than E4 minus E3. Clear? In any atom, in any species, energy difference of two successive orbit decreases with increase in orbit number. And most important term for next lecture, for an orbit, always keep in mind oral statement, for an orbit, that is for first orbit, for second, biggest change of energy for an orbit E infinite minus En. For any orbit, for first orbit, infinite minus E1 will be highest value for first orbit energy change. That means E2 minus E1, E3 minus E1, E4 minus E1, E5 minus E1, and E infinite minus E1. The E infinite minus E1 is highest value for first orbit. Again for second orbit, E3 minus E2, E4 minus E2, E5 minus E2, and E infinite minus E2. The E infinite minus E2 gives highest value for any change for second orbit. So always keep in mind E infinite minus En, that means for first one. So for first orbit, E infinite minus E1 will be biggest value. For second, infinite minus E2, biggest value. For third, E infinite minus E third will be biggest value. So if infinite minus energy of nth orbit gives biggest value. Now, what will be lowest value in energy change? The En plus 1 minus En. That means n plus 1 E1. That means for hydrogen atom, E2 minus E1 will be lowest for any other change of energy of electron of first orbit. It means E2 minus E1 gives lowest value than E3 minus E1, E4 minus E1, E5 minus E1. And for second orbit, when n is second, then lowest value will be E3 minus E2. The E3 minus E2 will be lowest for second orbit. And for fifth orbit, the E6 minus E5 will be lowest value, E infinite minus E5 will be highest for fifth orbit. Again, I am repeating, for nth orbit, infinite minus En will be highest value of energy change, and E infinite minus En will be highest, or En plus 1 minus n En is equal to lowest value of energy change for nth orbit. Clear? Again, when value of energy change will be highest, always keep in mind, delta will be highest, frequency will be highest, because E proportional to frequency and delta E proportional to frequency. So when delta will be highest, frequency will be highest, and when delta E will be highest, wavelength will be lowest, because nu frequency is equal to C upon lambda, and frequency inversely proportional to wavelength. So for any orbit, highest delta E, infinite minus En, highest frequency, infinite minus En, and lowest wavelength, infinite minus En, Because frequency and wavelength are inverse proportional.